is Laura. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about different styles of tattoos. So if you're new to the tattoo world and you're thinking about getting a tattoo, how do you pick the style? There's almost as many different styles as there are artists working today. So it's kind of difficult to know where to begin. Let's do broad strokes and give you an overview of my kind of way of looking at different styles and organizing them in my mind. So hopefully it can help you narrow down what you're looking for and what styles you like and potentially what style you would want to get for your own tattoo. The first category I'm going to mention is gigantic category, traditional tattoos. And what I include in that is American traditional, Japanese traditional, and tribal. These are three styles that have been around for many, many, many years, and they have a few things in common. Strong outlines, and in the case of American and Japanese, flat shaded color and bright colors with a limited palette. So when we're talking about American style traditional, we're thinking about those old flash images. What is flash? Okay, flash is the little pictures or sometimes big pictures that you see up in a tattoo shop, and you can go and exactly pick that image. That's how most of the tattoos done in America were. You went to a shop, picked an image, that's what you got. Now there's a lot more custom work, but you can still get some flash, and you can get custom work for you that's based off traditional flash images. So that would be pinup girls, roses, flowers, hearts with names in them, anchors, swallows. That's the kind of imagery that we're talking about with American. Usually the color palette is quite limited, but very bright and very bold. And the next category, and it happens to be my favorite style, is traditional Japanese style tattooing. Again, the themes that are included in this would be Japanese related. Lots of floral designs, strong black outlines, Japanese characters, and Japanese imagery, warriors, samurai, and most of that also has an integral background in that traditional Japanese style. Again, strong, bold outlines, and it stands the test of time. Off of the traditional style developed neo-traditional, which takes the techniques developed, the color shading, the really packed bright colors, and the strong outline, but takes it into different thematic work, different imagery, and that would be what neo-traditional is. Lots of custom work can be referencing the techniques of traditional and then bringing it up to date or providing new imagery based on what you're looking for. Anything that's based on the traditional techniques will be a good tattoo done by a good artist, will last and look great. Color in tattoos is something that is a little bit more unpredictable. Black, very stable, but some colors do fade differentially, but you can always get those touched up. Some of the newer styles are, well, I guess it's not really that new, but portraits and realism. That can be done either black and gray or full color, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Portrait of somebody that's very realistic, or imagery that's very realistic, like a very realistic rose, flowers, animals. Speaking of animals, look at this. Wow. Just showed up when I say animals. Good for you, baby. Another style is illustrative. It again takes the principles of traditional tattoos and brings it into more what you'd see in illustrative books. I guess also lettering would be considered traditional. There's a lot of lettering work included in American traditional, and it can be its own style. Just with lettering work, there's a lot of different scripts, styles of lettering, phrases, or just singular words that you can do. So you could put that under the category of traditional tattoos as well. In the new kind of tattoo area, we have a lot of things that reference art styles, whether that's a watercolor, a painted reference, references or copies of artwork, sculpture, or two-dimensional artwork. A lot being done with new styles referencing art. Whether or not these styles will look good over time is a little bit more unpredictable. They haven't been around long enough that you can see really, like a 40-year-old watercolor tattoo. I don't think that exists. There's a couple of other really interesting styles being developed. Fine line, minimalist, or outline styles. Again, it's just what it sounds like. Very small lines, very delicate. Sometimes these are quite small tattoos as well. There's also geometric work, line work. Geometric work would include things like mandalas or abstract patterns. It can also be optical illusion styles that are very complex. Mostly I've seen this done with black ink, but there's no reason why it couldn't be done also with color. Another more modern style is something called biomech, a combination of biometric expression, so mechanical aspects added into muscular structure and put in the human body to express that kind of human-machine synergy. There's also a Chicano style, which is a Latin-based style, something called trash polka, if you're interested in what that is. Very creative, look it up. And styles that reference other cultural places, Celtic or Norse. And again, with the tribal, there's Polynesian, Hawaiian, Berber, Maori. Now with these culturally related styles, just be very careful because some of them have deep meanings for the people of that culture, and it's not something that you want to get kind of arbitrarily just because, oh, that's pretty, I just want that. That may be not appreciated by people from that culture. So again, if you find somebody who does that kind of work, talk to your artist about the meaning of it, where you're going to get it, and how that pertains to your life. With more of the traditional styles, I think that you're a little bit more flexible to get those styles on you, even if it does have a cultural reference. For example, the Japanese style that I like, in Japan, when tattooing wasn't really allowed, they did have a law that said that you could tattoo foreigners, but not Japanese people. So a lot of people started getting Japanese style or tattoos done in Japan that were very high quality and very beautiful, but it was foreigners getting Japanese style. The history of Japanese tattooing is very complicated, and maybe I'll get into that in another video, but it's also very interesting. But again, it's not such a cultural appropriation issue as with some of the very tribal styles that are very related to expressing meaning and family relationships within those cultures. That's kind of a basic summary of different styles. If you're selecting something for your own tattoo, the first question you're going to have to ask yourself is, do I like black and gray or blackwork, or do I like color? And that's the first choice that you're going to make. What appeals to you? And within that, you don't have to stick to the same rules. My first tattoo was black and gray, and then I started getting color tattoos. You can mix and match, but when you're picking one tattoo, you got to decide. And the difference between them, color sometimes takes a little bit longer. They tend to be a little bit more expensive than black and gray, but they also give you a little bit more flexibility of what you can express with all those extra colors versus just a black tone, gray tone shade. There are beautiful black and gray work, and just even solid black work. It's really what appeals to you that's going to matter. And if you're working with a great artist, they will have wonderful advice for you in terms of how to care for it and what will happen to the tattoo over time. There's so many different kinds. I'm sure there's multitudes of styles that I haven't touched on, but this is just really sort of a basic starting point for different styles to look at. So hopefully, if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, you can find something that really appeals to you and pursue that. Find an artist that does that work, and good luck. Get some great artwork done. So let me know what you think of the video, make some comments, subscribe, and if you have any questions, drop those down in the comments as well. Take care, have a great day.